Hello, very good evening. This is Manas Patil and I'm going to explain the demo task for the cybersecurity internship. So this is my final year project of Cyber Institution Portal. So this whole portal is divided into two parts. One is cybersecurity portal, which is shown over here, and second one is cyber crime portal. We will check it over later. So this is our home page of a cyber security portal. So here we are given just information why cybersecurity important and how the demand is ongoing on and blah blah all etc things. Now in this home page itself we have given one additional functionality of this cybersecurity portal, that is report your phishing link. If user have received any kind of phishing link or any kind of link that is not legitimate or something information is not appropriate as per the rules, then the user can directly come over here, enter his name, its email address, his phone number, and enters the phishing link, and it can directly register this phishing link. So for the timing, let's enter my name, Manas Patil, my email ID, let's say m@gmail.com, my phone number for the contact purpose, and my phishing link. Let's say suppose I receive this phishing link. So let's check the agree terms and conditions and let's register. Now what it does, it simply reports this whole phishing data to the admin panel. I will check the admin panel out later. Let's understand the actual functionality of this cybersecurity portal. So this is who am I. Now who am I, basically you will understand it gives the location of the IP address. So right now I'm using my Wi-Fi for the internet connection. So now with help of this Tata Play Broadband Private Limited, I got my internet network. So for the timing, whenever the users accesses the this whole website or this portal, it will show the IP address of the user, the location of the user, the time zone in which the user is living, and the ISP through which it has got the internet connection. So if this is the normal like kind of location of the user. If I want to check the location of an IP address of any domain, so what I can do, I can simply enter any random IP address. Let's check out this 33, and it will give the location of the IP address. It is this IP address is from Tokyo, Japan. So now how we got this full output, let's understand by going through the code. So for the user interface, we have used HTML and CSS. So this is basically HTML code with the help of Bootstrap. We have also used Bootstrap for the purpose. And what we do, we simply takes the IP address of the user using this like layout, and then what we do, we give this whole location with this IP address of the location or the data entered by the user to the app.js, that is application.javascript file. So now what application.js will do, it will take the input data of the user. As you can see over here, it will take the IP address that we have received from the user, and it will combine with the API key of the ipvi.org. Now what we have did, we use the API key of the ipvi.org to create this whole functionality. So what ipvi.org do, it simply accesses the location of the ISPs and it will map with the IP address. So what we did, we simply got the we went through the documentation of the IPv5 and we got the API key. As soon as we got the API key, we have got the IP address of this what you can say the user. We combines this whole query and we sends this whole query to the ip2database.com. Now what is ip2database.com? It contains the worldwide information of the IP addresses and their respective locations. So with help of the jQuery, we will understand and we will send the location of the IP address. So this was the basic functionality of a user. As you can see over here, we have also got the map. So through the functionality, we will get, if you are just using the ip5.org, you will simply get the IP address, their location and their ISP. But with help of the additional functionality of our user portal, we can simply understand that it is not only giving you the location, it is also giving you the IP location of an address over the map. For this, we use the latitude and longitude of the data that we have got from the database, and we simply use the Google Map API to visualize the data. So this was the functionality, that is whoami functionality for our user security portal. So now going to the next one, that is cybermitra. Cybermitra is basically the chatbot. You can see, you can say hi to him, it will say hi, how are you. If you are saying what is your name, then it will tell that my name is Cybermitra, type menu to see the menu. If we type the menu, it will gives with to type 1 to understand what is cyber attack, the definition of cyber attack, type 2 to understand cyber law, type 3 to cyber tips. If you simply understand what are three, just understand what are cyber tips, then use strong password, use VPN, don't share your password. So basic, this is kind of an cyber mitra which will give the response to user that regarding their query. If I say hi, it will say hello. If I ask them what is your name, it will reply with the name, my name is Sagarmita. So for this functionality, we use three languages. One is HTML, second is CSS, and third one is JavaScript. So basically, the HTML and CSS will take the input and it will get stored at the MySQL database. And for the response, what we did, we simply use JavaScript, which use the string matching functionality of the JavaScript module. So what it does, if I'm sending hi, then it will understand that if user is sending hi, then I should send the relevant response to the user. It should not say hi, how are you, what is your name. If their user is asking such question, then users the chatbot should reply with a relevant response with help of the JavaScript module. Now this were the most basic functionality of our website. So let's go to the login panel of our website. So now, to understand in a better manner, let's register ourselves. Let's suppose my name is Manas Patil. Let's enter my email address, that is man@gmail.com. Let's enter the password, that is 123 123. I'm a user, and let's register ourselves. So my username was man@gmail.com. Let's enter the password. So you can check it over here. We have entered into our user security portal. So now this user security portal will help the user to check the security of their own device. So now what we see previously, that is Cybermitra, the chatbot and the IP tracker, these are the only, like you can say, free functionality of the security portal. If you want to access the additional functionality, users should log in or register themselves to our portal, then only they can access to this whole functionality of our system. So to understand in a better manner, let's dive in and understand the exact functionality. So let's check out the functionality of our user security portal. Let's start with the password strength checker. So in the password strength checker, it is using by ML, that is machine learning. So let's check the strength of our web password that we use. So for the registration of the security portal, I use the password 123. Of course, it is a very big password. Let's check out the password strength. So it's very big password. So what suppose if we add password to it? Password 123. Let's check the strength. It's weak. It's not very weak, it's weak. But still, we can't use this password for the registration purpose or any other functionality. So what if we add some special characters to it like P0 dollar. Let's check. Here you go. As you can see, it is showing very strong password. So now for this particular function, that is password strength checker, we use the machine learning methods. So let's understand what and how we implemented this whole functionality. Now for this user interface, we have used the Flask, and from the Python framework we have used Flask to demonstrate, and we have used Python, of course, obviously, to the implement the machine learning methods. So understand it in a better manner, let's check out the code. So for the simplicity, what we did, we imported the Flask from the Flask module, render template for the HTML purpose, and we defined the home page, that is index.html, for the user demonstration. So what we did, we simply got the data from the carol.com, where we, in the txt format, we got this data that is in form of password and their strings. As you can see over here, the zero data, like zero number, represent that the password is weak. If the password is 1, then it will check that it's weak password. If it's a 2, then it is a strong password, and if it's represented 3, then it's a very strong password. So what we got this training.txt from kaggle.com. We got this, the total number of data is 50,000. So as you can see over here, we have also mentioned that we have got 50,001 total data instances to the kaggle.com. We got this data. Now what we did after getting the data, we use the SVM, that is support vector machine, to train this data. So what does SVM does? It basically creates the hyperplane between the strong password and the weak password, and it creates kind of a hyperplane. It divides the strong password from weak password, and if user enters the password, then based on their strength and the special cases, user can directly get the strength of the website password. So for this, the basic functionality, what we use is the SVM, that is support vector machine. If we go through the data, we'll check it over here, that is we have used NLP concept, that is NLP means natural language processing. For NLP we use regular expressions method to understand the case stages of the user passwords. So if we check if the user is using the A to Z, that is all small, all case, all characters, then it's a weak password. If the user is only using the small characters and the length is less than 8, then it is a very weak password. If user is using the strong characters, or like capital characters as well as small characters and numbers, then it's a strong password. And with help of all those previous test cases, if the user is also using the special characters, then the password is very strong. So with help of NLP, that is natural language processing, regular expressions, and the ML data, that is that we got from the kaggle.com, we combines these whole concepts, and with help of SVM, that is support vector machine, we divided the training data sets into 5 parts. We created the hyperplane, and as soon as the user enters the user a password, the strength of the password will get compared with the training data set. Once it has got the data, then user can simply understand that what is the strength of the password. As you can see over here, we have given the test cases for this, and we also shown the what the prediction should be done in the time of the user interface. So this was the basic functionality that we use for the password strength checker. I hope it will be used by the other functionality as well. So now let's understand the phishing link detector in brief manner. Let's check out what is phishing link detector. For phishing link detector, we have used fast API. Fast API is kind of a you can say that it's an API based functionality which gives the web developers to run their Python program without using any interface. Now the main purpose behind creating the fast API and not using the conventional method is that the people outside the organization also can use this functionality without any hesitation. So let's check out. Let's enter in URL. This is the basic database, and let's check whether this whole website is phishing link or not. So let's copy, let's paste it over here, let's execute it, and over here we can see that this is a phishing site, and we have also got this content length and what server is from and etc. So for the second test case, let's understand. Let's type any YouTube video. Let's go to the YouTube and it's loading. So let's say this training from this website. As we know that this youtube.com is a legendary website and it's not a phishing site. Let's copy the and paste it over here and let's execute it, and in this output we got that this is not a phishing site. So this is the functionality of our website. Now you will you will be curious like how this whole functionality is getting used. Of course we have used the machine learning for the prediction and all the test cases. So let's understand this whole functionality in detail. So for this again we have used the Python and the framework of fast API to detect their output. We have less time, so let's see if we can complete it. So for this we have used machine learning what the Anaconda server to execute the and train the data. So let's understand this whole thing in short manner. So what we did, we used pandas, numpy for the data visualization and all the analytics things. We used seaborn for the interface. We use sklearn to learn the dataset that we have got. Now this whole dataset we got from the kaggle.com. We loaded it, we understood that the data, we headed it like we understood that this data is from kaggle.com. So first we need to labelize it. So we labelize it as a classified as a bad. If the website is from legitimate website, then it is labeled as good, and if the website is from phishing site or any that is making harmful decisions to the user, then it will label as bad. So we collected around 5,50,000 links from the kaggle.com. We label it. As you can see it over here, the first 5 is also bad, and last 5, that is 5,49,345 is also bad. So this kind of stuff that we did. Then after, so this is how we visualize the whole data and the good and bad. Now going to the next one, that is tokenization. Now again we use the NLP concept of tokenization to understand the the user security of the level. So what tokenization does? Now the basically tokenization is the NLP, that is natural language processing concept, that helps us to tokenize the link. If the link is from the youtube.com and extended with the .exe file, now what exactly it does, it basically separates the word from the URL. If the link is showing that give me the password.com, it's just an example, you don't need to think much about it. So what it does, it basically, it's the URL, that is www.givemeyourpassword.exe. so what it understand, give me password, it separates the each URL words into tokens. It understand that if the word give me password, then it is asking for the password, then this URL is obviously interested in taking the user's data, which is not good. So it only takes the whole URL, it will tokenize it into such words that which are creating harmful potential to the user. Now for example, if .com, .bin, verification, .login, cc, if such words are there, then user should understand that the link it's creating some malicious potential to create the you can say confusion to the user. If such links are getting received by the user, then user should understand that it is creating some potential harm to the user. Now for the example over here, if you can check in english.wikipedia.org, it is labeled as good. Now what it did, it simply tokenized the words. Now in wikipedia.org, wiki.route, this whole words sounds really kind of not creating any harmful decisions to the user. If the same goes with this link, that is dinas.tom.us8paypal, then user should understand that this URL, if only one word, that is PayPal, it means that PayPal, the website is used for the transaction, like online transaction. Then user must understand that this website is might be creating some scenario in such a way that if user is clicking on that link, then the amount from that user's account will get deducted. So this functionality is basically used by the our tokenizer in the NLP. So basically user node did not need to go into the detail, it just for the learning purpose I'm explaining all those things. So this NLP based functionality will tokenize the URL words into such dataset that the machine will, or the machine learning will be help to the user to divide or classify the URLs into good or bad. So what we did, we just enter our all the URLs we stamped or we divided into good and bad. Previously we label it on the basis of the user's report, but after it what we did, we tokenized with help of the tokenization NLP concept. We basically divided the whole websites into 2 to 3 groups, that is good, bad, or based on the tokenized word. Now as you can see, we label it good, bad again. So for this, we can say the classification purpose, we use two algorithms. One is logistic regression to predict a good or bad. That is the database that we use from the Kaggle.com. We for that purpose we use this logistic regression algorithm, and for this token based or tokenization based prediction, we use multinomial DB. That algorithm, we use this multinomial DB algorithm to predict the security level of the phishing link. Now going ahead, we again understood what kind of data is there. We then, as you can see, we have used web.chrome to give the output of the data. Then simply see normal things that we did. Then again we visualize the data. Then with help of the with the help of the, you can see, logistic regression, we train the data. Once we have got the data, we label it, then we train it based on this logistic regression, because once we have got the data, then the prediction must be done in such a manner that it is giving the maximum accuracy of the algorithm. So one for the first time when we created this data set and run the program, we got accuracy that 96%. So this 96% accuracy was good enough, but still again we trained the data, and in the final output we got accuracy at 98%. Let me show you over here. Give me 1 second. Here you go, training accuracy 98%. Now meanwhile I left something, I guess. Yeah, this is the confusion matrix to understand the whole data visualization of our functionality. Now I'm pretty sure that you must have got idea about our anti-phishing link portal or phishing link check portal. So we understood what is password send checker, second is phishing link detector. Now the third one is spam news checker. For the spam news checker as well, we have used ML based dataset. Now for this spam news, we use the dataset from the Kaggle.com. We almost got 80 around 80,000 news from the Kaggle.com. Now we again classified based on their the words that we got from this the data that either is it is legitimated or not, whether it is received by the official committee or it is just received by the normal things. So based on it, we predicted the data and we got the result of the news. Let's suppose if I'm entering the Modi is the PM of Pakistan. So of course it's a spam. Let's check it. Now it will take some time to load. Let's wait for it. It's taking some time. Here we go. Here we got the result at it is a spam news. And what does it mean? This is spam news. It means that the news that we got from the data set, it checks the accuracy of the data set. It will check the legitimacy of the news. If the news is from the actual data set, then it will check the previous data that we got from the news times, and if it is showing that the data that we got is a real news, then it will show the actual you can say the actual data set of the system. Now for this for the whole you can say the functionality, again we use the ML. So let's see what we how we did. So for this we use fake news detector as a Python program. We use the Flask again framework for the visualization of the data, because once we got the Python program, we need to show it to the user so the user can easily check the legitimacy of the website. Now with help of SVM support vector machine, we again divided this whole news into two types, that is fake news and real news. And once we got this data set, we learn the data with help of sklearn. And once we learn the data, we predict the you can say the legitimacy of the website or the news. So if you want to check this whole thing, let's see, go lead diagram and understand it. So for this we use SVM machine to predict the data, to understand how it is going, understand it. We learn this data, hello, then machine things, then we got the accuracy, we divided the data, then we understood that this classifier, it will classify the data. Then with help of the frames, we got this data, then once we got the data, we labelize it in the fake or real. We check the legitimacy of the website, the news, or the author that they posted it, if it is real or not. That's it from this whole security portal. That is, we understood how this all the functionalities are getting used. These are some cyber safety tips, and let's log out and let's go to the home. So this was our home page. We learn what is who am I, how the cyber Mitra is using. Then we log in as a user. Now we will log in as a, can say, admin, and will do you remember that in the beginning we registered one phishing link over here, and now the checkout with help of admin panel. How can we see this? So for this, let's enter my name, that is admin. If I'm admin, my email id ad@gmail.com, my password, that is 1234 1234 1234. If I'm admin, let's go to admin and register now. Never admin, oh no, sorry, ad@gmail.com. So this functionality is just to check. Let's see. So here we go. Over here you can see this. If I'm admin, welcome admin, phishing report admin panel. So in the initial stage we reported the phishing link. Now this is the admin panel through which the admin can directly collect the phishing links reported by the users along with their name, their email address, their phone number and the phishing link. And if they want to update the link, they can update it. If they want to delete the link, they can delete it. So this phishing link data will get attached to our anti-phishing portal. So if the user has received this as a phishing link, and if the same user is getting that link, then as we have added our this phishing link to our data set, so now the user that using our anti-phishing portal or phishing link checker will directly understood that this the link that they have accessed or they have received is an phishing link. So this was the user security portal. This is what from the got from the user security portal. I'm pretty sure that you must have enjoyed it. So let's check out our cybercrime portal. So now cybercrime portal is basically you can say that is a security crime portal. If a user has attend or received some kind of malware or DDoS or any type of attack through the internet, the user can simply come over here. User can report their crime and they can check also the updates regarding their complaints. So let's go. We need to create a new account. So for this purpose we have used HTML, CSS and PHP to create this whole of a user crime portal. So enter our name, that is Manus Patil, my contact, that's no, my address, that is I'm from San, my email ID, date and @gmail.com, and 1234 my password. So as you can see over here, we have login in as a Manas Patil, that's my name. Let's check my complaint list. I haven't added any complaint. And what we can do, if I want to create a new crime or a complaint, I can simply go over here and report it. So suppose let's suppose my phone got hacked. My phone got hacked. Okay, this is the complaint. And if the incident address that where this phone got hacked, let's suppose I was in Mumbai, let's suppose Mumbai, and create the complaint. So now over here you can see the timing is also updated. The 12th May 2022 at 5:14 p.m. my phone got hacked and the incident address was Mumbai, and the status that is still pending, that the cyber cell had just received the complaint. So for the demonstration purpose we are also going to understand how the admin panel will receive the whole complaints. So let's log out. Let's suppose let's take it as I can say as a story. If my phone got hacked, I just reported the case to the cybercrime portal. So I will check the update of the case after some time. So let's log out. Now at the same time we will check the admin panel. So for the admin panel I have already created the account. I will just enter the name. So this is the admin panel. Let's go to the complaint portal. Now the complaint portal just received the complaint my phone got hacked from Mumbai, is still pending. So let's check out the complaint. And yeah, my phone got hacked, the incident was Mumbai and is still pending. So user admin or the cyber cell portal, what it can do, it can simply created the status as it is they have received the complaint, and they will check for the team that the user must get to solve the case. So the head of the police department or the head of the cyber cell will simply manage this website with help of this portal. So let's suppose we have some got the complaint and there is some team that is been attached to the Mumbai region. So Mumbai region 102, let's save it. Okay, so now in the complaints, as you can see over here, This is first from Manas Patil. First, let's verify it. And the complaint was like this: my phone got hacked from this timing and it is received. So the head of the cyber cell can also make sure that this the user is verified. Now the team has been assigned to the user, and the process can make a progress to their next move. So for this we have responded, we have created some test teams like R101, R102. If team phone is from Pune, then the session is from Pune. You can directly edit this team. Then after this, there are some also stations. There were only two sessions we are created for the my final year project, that is from Mumbai and Pune. Mumbai was actual address of the cyber cell, and from Pune I was not having any ideas because I added this only for the random purpose. So now what it will do? Admin will simply log out. So what? Let's understand in a better manner again. What we did, we created the account, then we register our complaint. Admin got the whole complaint, and it assigned the whole complaint to the team. So from the user side, let's check out what update have we got to our user panel. That's man.gmail.com, and password was 1234. Let's log in and check out my complaint list. Never. And it's received. As you can see over here, the complaint has been received to the cyber cell. So the user will understand that okay, my complaint has been registered to the cyber cell, and also it is received. So the user will get update, time to time updates over here. So we are moving to the third stage now. If the complaint has been assigned to the admin panel, and now the admin panel has started working on that case, and let's suppose the phone has been hacked. Was it our case was regarding the phone has been hacked? Now let's suppose the user got the details, then they contacted the user regarding the MSN number, from which data they got this thing, then also use our security portal, that is their IP address, then they got the location from which their IP got hacked, from which ISP the user gets. So with help of a security portal also, the user or the admin panel can access functionality and create the location, or understand or find the location of that hacker or any random IP address. So let's suppose this is what's received, and let's suppose the action has been made. If the phone has been reactivated, or you can say reactivated, what does it means? Police department has got the location of the attacker's IP address, and now the phone has been reactivated, so it will get saved to the portal. Now as you can see over here, the action has been made to our case, that is my phone got hacked at the 12th May, which was the on 12th May. Now in the complaint report section, the complaints will get updated by the admin, so it will get automatically updated. The admin has no role to update all those things. So as you can see over here, at the 12th May 2022 at 5:49 p.m. my phone got hacked. Address was Mumbai. The team responded. The team that did the work for it has been assigned was R102. Then it was dispatched by the admin, and remark the fort has been reactivated. Now the admin can simply print this report and submit it to the high authorities of their police station as well. So that's it from this admin panel side. So now admin has updated the case, they have received the things. So let's check out for the last time whether the user has got the updates or not. So for the user login, let's again log in again. That was man@gmail.com, password 1234. Let's say never. My complaint list, here you go. As you can see over here, action has been made, and then now the report has been assigned to the user. So the user is ready to move towards their next goal. So because the case has been assigned, and they can easily use the phone right now, and it's ready to go now, it's ready to move. So basically this is what from the user kind portal. The user can simply go to the website, they can register their complaint, the admin panel or the cyber cell will receive the complaint, and accordingly it will assign the team to the portal. And if the case has been closed or the result has been made in such a way manner that they have completed or finished it or completed the whole procedure, the user will get the update. So this were the two part, that is user cyber security portal and cyber crime portal. So I'm pretty sure that you must have got the clear idea regarding my final year project. Also, if you want to check the code for the cybercrime portal, this was from the head footer, which basically we use PHP to create this whole interface. It was like a kind of easy functionality as compared to the security portal. We created the login form, we manage the report, we sign up, then there is an admin panel, then admin station report and exporter settings, silence settings, users view complaints, police station. So basically we use these different kinds of PHP files to collectively give the report of the site. So the PHP was pretty short, but at the same time we use this JavaScript for the functionality that we as you can see over here, the timing has been assigned to the each task. If you can see at what time the time got saved, then at what time the user has updated the new respondent name. So this base whole the functionality was held half of the script, that is JavaScript. We updated it. So basically the functionality will, as we can see in the simplest manner, that the HTML was able to, or the HTML or PHP was used to demonstrate the user functionality. Second one was from the MySQL. The database was created as MySQL, and the JavaScript was used to take the test cases of the system. If the user is wants to create the data, if they want to check the data, if the data has been assigned to the cybercell portal or not. So based on all those things, the user was getting updates as well as the cybercell was getting updates. So the JavaScript played an important role while creating this all the test cases. If these functions or the ready responder for the function, all these functions were created in such a manner that the user is, if creating any action, then it must get triggered by the both things based on the system as well as to the admin portal. So now, as you can check, we have explained the whole project in short, not in the short but in a brief manner. I'm pretty sure that you must have got this thing. We have some time, so I will just go through the our problem definition, that was cyber investigation portal that we did. The the definition was to create a cybersecurity portal which will help users, not only users, also the admins, to create the things. So now this project was made because due to COVID-19 outbreak, there were so many cases, crime cases were increasing. So we needed one security portal for the both user and admin, which can help the user to check the security, as well as the cyber cell portal to create the whole portal for the security cases. And yeah, these were the cases that we checked, and these were the goals and objective. Motivation, we got motivation from the significant increase where as we can see, there was almost 200% crimes were increased during the lockdown. So that's why what we did, we went through the 5 IEEE papers to understand the actual expected case and what the executive system was there. As we saw, there were detection system, safety, interaction, investigation, detection, we use IP tracker, safety was there for URL checker, spam news checker, person sent checker, interaction for the cyber analyzer, and investigation for the cyber crime portal. Talking about the next things, it was the flowchart of our whole program, that how we did, the user registered, the user login in it, then it will give access to the cyber tracker, IP tracker, phishing report, spam news checker, then user loggers, it will get stopped, and at the same time it is giving access to all these things. And if the user wants to lodge a complaint, it will get redirected to the complaint portal, a cyber crime portal. Now the design basic layout is for the basic layout that we saw. This was the second basic layout. Let's check. Let's move ahead to the next one. Again, this was the cyber security, not security, user security portal. Then we register ourselves. Once we are registered, then we log in into our security portal as a user as well as an admin. And phishing report, user can simply report the complaint. As we saw in the first itself, the user can directly create without creating any account. User can report the phishing link, and the same link will get checked by the admin. There were different admins for the different regions. So I've in the demonstration itself I shown you the things. And phishing link detected basically does the creating the phishing link checker. So now that in the training stage, what we did, we created the data, we label it, we use the machine learning algorithm, we train the data, then based on their data set as well as using the regular expression from natural language processing, we divided the data with help of tokenization concept. This is the output way for the classification, that how we classified the whole data. For the classification we got the training accuracy, we saw this. And then this is the next output that we got from the facebook.com, whether it is phishing link or not. We got it as not, it's not a phishing link, of course, that we use, that we know this. Then cyber mitra, there were some mistakes in the cyber mitra, basically because our data set got corrupted. So for the user and chartboard, user can simply give the output, it will compare the strings and it will return the output, the chartboard. It was the basic version that we use for the whole things. For the interface purpose, we that was actual, we can see the actual data set that we use for to give the information about the chartboards. It was the IP tracker. We use IP database, then IP facility source. Users can get their IP address and location based on the screen. So basically, it kind of an IP location tracker. Let's check what the time you got. So yeah, pretty much good time. So I will show one more thing. Let's suppose I got this email address. Okay, let's check. I got this IP address from this IP. Okay, let's copy and let's paste it over here. Now what it does, it basically gives what from which ISP you got the email. If this job, if this mail, if I got from the actual LinkedIn website, then it will show that it is from LinkedIn website. If will not show any other ISP name. So as this mail was legitimated, it was from original website, so it is showing the actual location of the ISP. So with help of this functionality, you can check your emails as well. If your emails are really from the linkedin.com or from the google.com, if the reset password mail for your Gmail or any other functionality, if you got any email, then you can come over here, you can simply paste it to your IP and you can get the result. So I hope that you must have got the exact idea. So now let's go to the next one. That is again how we did. We use user input to IP address, then fetches IP address, binds the API key, then the query will transfer to the IP file. It will gets the data from IP to database, and the location will get ported or will get display on the user interface. So now that's again showing the same thing. Password strength checker, it will check the strength of the password. We have given 50,000 data sets based on 4 categories as well. It collects the data, train the data, test the data, and has real world analysis. So you can say the major the basic ML based functionality. and there's some of the screenshot that we did. Then spam to check out how does it works. It was kind of a pretty easy. Again, we collected the data from kaggle.com. Then we examined the data based on the, you can say, the length of the website check. We are given the data. If this Facebook will say if this news was from the actual paper, and if India officially acknowledged it had accidentally fixed or forwarded missile. If you remember, there was one missile which was launched by the India to the Pakistan, but it was actually not by mistakenly. It was done purposely. So if it is also predicts if it is a spam news or not. So that's the best thing that we did in cybercrime portal, where as we can see user can log in, can create the account, then they can directly go to the website, they can check the updates regarding then complaint that they are assigned. Once the user has registered their complaints, they can check it over here with help of the my complaint list. Then at the same time, the so as at the admin level, all the data set that has been made by the user crimes will get displayed. Now for this whole project we need some good kind of hardware and software requirement that we mentioned over here. Result and discussion. So as we did, I've already explained it, the whole project. So I'm pretty sure that you must have got the idea about my cybersecurity portal as well as my demo task. I'm really thankful for giving me this opportunity to demonstrate my final year project, and I'm damn sure that you must have liked it. So yeah, that's it from side. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Namaste. Dhanyavad.